Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Dankest Dungeon. Today we're going to be playing with some commanders from the new Assassin's Creed set that's coming out a ways down the road. Let's go ahead and see what everyone put together. Hey, how's it going everyone? My name's Jason and today I'm going to be playing Altair. I'm looking to put memory counters on assassins to copy them and get as many ETBs as I can. And also swing for as much as I can. We'll see how it goes.
Hey, it's Mike. I'm back playing Eivor, Battle of Eddie. It's a 5-5 for 5 with Vigilance and Haste, and I smack people with artifacts, and I make everyone else hurt because I smacked someone with artifacts.
Hey everybody, it's Corbin. Today we're playing Cleopatra Nope. Apparently I'm playing Cleopatra, Exiled Pharaoh. I've been told that I don't say what my decks do usually in the intros, so today we're gonna continue that.
Hey, it's Matt. I'm here playing Leonardo da Vinci for the Magic X Assassin's Creed crossover. I chose this deck for two different reasons. First one being I like playing lots of large artifacts. The second one being it amuses me that this is a card that is a representation of a fictional representation of a real human being. This should be fun.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Dankest Dungeon. Let's go ahead and roll. I got a 6.
Yeah,
You got a 9.
I got a 10.
8.
Let's get it.
That's Corbin?
Yep, that's
All
me.
right. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. We'll keep this.
I think I can do better than a 5-lander.
I'm gonna put this one lander back.
I'm keeping.
This is fine, I guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and keep my second 7.
Okay, sounds good. Basic Forest, and then I will play a Finhorn Elves. I will pass turn.
I have an basic island, and that is it.
All right, I'm gonna draw. I'll play an Arid Mesa and pass.
Plains, tap, Bloodforged Battle Axe. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, I create a token that's a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe.
Oh, okay.
I will untap and draw my card. And before Jason, Matt, take one.
Yeah?
Play a Woodland Chasm tapped, because that's how that card plays. And I'll play an Elvish Mystic, and then I'll pass it.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to reveal my Lorien, if you know what I mean. Untaps and draws. I'm going to play said basic island and pass the turn.
End of your turn, I'm gonna pop Arid Mesa. I'll grab a Sacred Foundry. Go to my turn, untap and draw. Go ahead and play a Blood Crypt, untapped. Pay 2 for a Talisman of Indulgence. And I will pass.
Drop, play a Plains, pay 2, we'll pull an Arcane Signet, and then I'll pass.
We'll start off by casting the Soul Ring.
Gross.
All the mana.
We'll play Schmeagle, Helpful Guide. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped under your control, and the rest onto their graveyard. Then I will play an Exotic Orchard. Tap this for black, 2 green. I will also play Feign the Broker. He's got a million abilities and he's a 3/3. When they're relevant, I will say what they do.
Will be later.
Ooh, I'll take that. He'll be back. I'll pass.
Look, it's another island of the basic variety. I'm gonna cast my commander. He's a 3/3/5 until end of turn. Thopters you control have base power toughness XX, or X is the number of cards in your hand. I do have 6 cards in hand, but I have 0 Thopters. That's probably not super relevant. I also don't have 5 mana. 3 tap, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a card that was an artifact, exile it from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 0/2 Thopter. Okay, pass turn.
A mountain, 3 mana, 1 of each color that I have for my commander. Altair, he's a 3/3, he has first strike. Whenever he attacks, I can exile an assassin from my graveyard. There currently are none there, and I can put a memory counter on it. And whenever he swings, he makes a copy of every assassin with a memory counter on it, tapped and attacking. At the end of combat, they go away. That's my turn, go for it.
Pay 2 for a Haystack, and then we turn a Plains for Boris Garrison.
Untap. Upkeep. He's coming. We'll go to combat. Jason, get this work. 2 1/1s.
I'll take 2.
Play this forest for turn. Cast my commander, Cleopatra, Exiled Pharaoh. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target legendary creatures. Whenever a legendary creature with counters on it dies, draw a card for each counter on it. You lose 2 life. I will go to le combats.
You already did that.
And by Le Combats, I mean Le Instep. Trigger Cleopatra. And put a counter on this, bro. And then I'll pass.
No love for Da Vinci?
Nah. You don't even got no paintings out yet. Show me some work, and I'll give you some love. All right.
Well, we've done it. I found 4th basic island. I am going to pay 3 mana and activate the second ability of my commander. I am going to discard Wondrous Crucible and then exile it. It's a token copy, whatever. I now have a 0/2 Flying Thopter Wondrous Crucible. It says permanents I control have Ward 2. At the beginning of your end step, mill 2 cards, then exile a non-land card at random from your graveyard, copy it. You can pay the copy without paying its mana cost.
Seems good.
Yeah, then I'm going to cast this Mox Opal because I drew it. End step, trigger the Wondrous Crucible. I will mill 2. They are the Antiquities War and an offer you can't refuse. So I have a 50-50 shot of actually hitting a spell that matters. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 3. The Antiquities War. I am going to cast a copy of the Antiquities War. ETB, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest of them in your bottom in a random order. I'm going to take Kudoltha Forge Master. That card's pretty good. Alright, the turn is yours.
Okay, I'm going to play a Shizo Death Storehouse. I can pay a black and tap it to give target legendary creature fear until end of turn. 5 mana. Goblin Assassin. It's a 2/2. When Goblin Assassin or another goblin comes into play, each player flips a coin. Each player whose coin comes up tails sacrifices a creature. On a 1/3 will be tails. I got a 3. I will sack Goblin Assassin. And y'all do the same.
Odds or tails? Gross. So long, Elvish Mystic.
Evens, I sack a creature. Cool. What I wanted. Thank you. I'll command zone.
Go to combat. 3 at Matt. Trigger, I will put a memory counter on Goblin Assassin, and then a copy of Goblin Assassin will come into play. Everyone roll dice. 1-3, I stack the Goblin Assassin.
Odds hurts
Alright.
my life. I'm safe.
Evens, I regret everything.
You need to stop picking evens.
About right.
Well, I guess I'll take 3.
I'm done.
This is the worst day.
I'll play a War Room. I'll just pass turn.
That bro is spooked.
What? I thought you liked to roll the dice, Michael. What the
That
hell?
place. Untap. Upkeep. He's coming. Get this work. Take 5.
Whoa.
He's a 4/2 naturally for some reason. Main phase 2. We're gonna play 1,000-Year Elixir. You may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. And then I can pay 1 and tap that artifact to untap target creature. Yeah, we'll move to end step. Schmeagle grows. Tile pass.
Main 1, I will Antiquities War. I'm going to put Alhamrat's Archive into my hand. Land for turn is War Room. Apologies to all you basic island fans out there. I'm going to tap for 5 and cast Sky Sovereign Council Flagship. It is a 6/5 flying vehicle. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker opponent controls.
Hey.
That one. And I can crew it for 3 if I ever have another creature again. Pass.
I will untap and draw. Pay 5 for my commander. Is it whenever it attacks?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Well, it has crew 3.
Yeah, you got
That's
the
crew 3.
I mean, I guess he could just play his
I guess my
commander.
commander
Yeah.
does have 3 power, yeah. I mean, this is exactly what you did to me, except that now I don't have my sweet artifacts to
Mine
play.
was not targeted hate. It was just a goofball thing.
It targeted everybody. What do you
You all
mean?
blew up both of my creatures.
You should have rolled better.
Shut up, roll.
Alright, I'm gonna play him. I'm gonna pay 5 for my commander. Go ahead.
End of your turn, pay 3 and tap, and I'll lose 2. And draw. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play an Arid Mesa. I will crack it.
Yeah, you got it.
5 for Eivor. It's a 5/5 with vigilance and haste, and whenever it attacks, I deal damage equal to the number of equipment I control to each opponent. Go to combat. Corbin, I'll swing it with
Sure,
5
I'll
at
take
you.
6. Well, trigger.
Well,
we all take 1.
Y'all take 1, yeah.
I'll untap Smeagol. Should we touch tips? No, whatever. I'll take 5. That Goblin Assassin will take care of you anyway. End of your turn. I'm gonna cast this Worldly Tutor. Get a creature. We'll put Kami of Whispered Hopes on top of my library.
Seems good.
If you appreciate the content we're creating and you'd like to support us here at The Dungeon, the #1 way to do so is to sign up over on our Patreon page. Some of the Patreon benefits include access to our full deck lists, voting privileges for polls held over on our Patreon, and shoutouts at the end of every video to let everyone know how awesome you are. If money's tight and becoming a patron isn't the best option for you right now, we totally get it. Simply liking our videos or subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, or commenting down below all help as well, and are totally free. Thank you all for watching and enjoy the game.
I will go to my turn. Upkeep.
He is here.
Feign the Broker. Tap him. Sacrifice a creature. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. Tap him. Remove a counter from target creature you control. Create a treasure token. Tap him. Sacrifice an artifact. Create a 2/1 white and black Inkling Bro with flying. 3 colorless and a black. Untap this bro. That's
I'm gonna
what he
remember
does.
all of that.
Oh yeah, he's a man of many talents. I'm gonna play Kami of Whispered Hopes. He's a 1/1 that taps for X mana of any one color, where X is his power. And then, if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a permanent you control, put that many +1/+1/+1 counters on that permanent instead. Go into that throw hand step. Jason. Take the 6.
Okay.
I'm going to tap, feign, float a green, I suppose. Sack this Finhorn Elf to put 3 +1/+1 counters on Kami of Whispered Hopes. I will move to my instep. I will trigger both Smeagol and Cleopatra. Smeagol will target... Yeah, I guess I'm targeting you. Ooh, that's funny.
An actually useful one.
And then Cleopatra... allies will trigger. I will put 2 more counters on this bro, so he'll go to 5, and I'll put 2 more counters on this bro, he'll go to 4. Kami is my ring bearer, that's why I could put the counters on him. So he is now legendary because of the first chapter of the ring.
Question.
Yeah.
Does Cleopatra target?
Oh, it does target. I can't do that. Not
Yeah.
yet. He is still legendary though. I guess this Feign is just huge and outrageous.
He's extremely swole.
Okay. We're good.
We're not doing so good, guys.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm gonna untap and draw. This is gonna go to chapter 3, and then it's gonna sacrifice all of my creatures, or all of my artifacts or creatures this turn.
5/5 effect.
Mystic Sanctuary. I'm going to put an offer you can't refuse on top of my deck. I guess I'm playing Alheimer's Archive. If I would gain life, I gain twice so much life if I would draw a card. Except the first one I draw during my draw step, I draw 2 cards instead. I'm going to pass the turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and play a Takanuma Abandoned Mire as my land for turn. I will attempt to Deadly Relic Cleopatra.
I will untap Feign with 1,000-Year Elixir, and then I shall...
Oh, is he gonna use one of those abilities that I said I would remember?
Yeah. I'm just gonna sack her, and I'll put 3 +1/+1 counters on this bro.
Seems good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pay 5 mana. Way Assassin. When Way Assassins comes into play, your opponent chooses one of his or her creatures. Destroy that creature. My chosen opponent is Corbin.
I'm gonna tap this dude for 7 black mana to untap Feign. 3 black mana in my mana pool. I will tap him and sacrifice Soul Ring to make an Inkling.
Are you gonna select the Inkling?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll kill it. I'm gonna pay 1 black mana for Village Rites, sacking Way Assassins. I will draw 2 cards.
I'm gonna untap Feign.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to combat. I'll swing 3 at Matt. I will trigger Altair. I'm gonna put a memory counter on Way Assassins, and then these will both come into play swinging. I will just hit Matt. They're not that big anyway.
Yeah.
They're just little guys. Trigger, I'm gonna pick Corbin for Way Assassins.
Sure, you got it.
And I'll do this one first. Rolling to see if I sack a creature. I do. I'll sack the weaker one.
Lows, he dies.
Odds hurt.
Congrats.
Cool. I guess I'll sack the Feign.
Big 6.
I will pass.
Terramorphic. We'll crack the Terramorphic. Put a mountain into play. A2. Axe onto Eivor. Corbin. Well,
Sure.
on swing, everyone takes 1.
Got it.
Add another one of those. I'll just play a Pomod's Crypt, and I'll pass turn.
Yep. Untap. 7, sorry.
7's still a lot too.
Plus a green. Recast my commander. So I have 2 black floating. One of it to untap this Kami. Land for turn is going to be Undergrowth Stadium. And we'll go to combat. Jason, take 8. I'll go to my instep. Cleopatra will target both these bros. I'll pass.
Guess what? It's Basic Island number 5. How else would I like to waste time such that I don't get all of my creatures killed? 3, I suppose I will activate War Room, paying a life, and drawing 2 cards. We've done it. This is what success looks like. Pretty garbage. Fast turn.
Play swamp per turn. I'm gonna go ahead and pay 3. Mari, the Killing Quill. It's a 3/2 vampire assassin. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it with a hit counter on it. Assassins, mercenaries, and rogues I control have death touch, and whenever the creature deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a hit counter from a card that player owns in exile. If you do, draw a card and create 2 treasure tokens. And then we'll go to combat. 3 at Matt. These 2 guys with memory counters will come into play. Choose Corbin for this, and I will start rolling for this.
With that on the stack, I'm gonna pay 2. Use the haystack. It will phase out.
Okay. I will attempt to path exile Cleopatra.
Sure, you got it, friend.
Rolling for the Gabo Assassin, Lowe's. I will stack something. Yep.
Still got even. I will, I guess, sack the Spiegel. Spiegel's exiled with a hit counter.
I take 6
Yeah,
again.
6 again, yeah. That's it. Go for it.
I have planes. Pay 2. Cast Sword of the Realms. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has vigilance. Whenever a equipped creature dies, I return it to my hand. Pay 2. I'm gonna put Bloodforged Battle Axe onto Eivor. Sorry, Matt. Coming at you. Put 9. On swing, everyone takes 3.
I will go to 9.
2 more copies of Battle Axe. Cast turn.
Make 9 mana. Black. Forest. 10 mana. Use 8 of it to recast my commander. I have 2 mana floating. 1 of the mana to untap. Go to my end step. Trigger Cleopatra. Just target this dude.
Go to my turn. I suppose I should try to actually do something so I don't just die immediately. 7. Meteor Golem. EDB, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. I have to blow up your commander because it kills me.
I'm gonna haystack.
Does that not sacrifice?
Pay 2. Tap. Target creature you control phases out.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. And turn.
I'll play a swamp per turn. Go to combat. Swing 3 at Michael. I'll make copies of these. Swinging at Michael. I'll target you with this, Michael, and then we'll roll the dice on here.
Okay.
I will sack.
Well, I have to respond at least by floating a bunch of mana before I roll for this Goblin Assassin, because otherwise I cannot respond.
I saved.
11 green, 5 of it. I'll cast Return of the Wild Speaker. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control. Draw 11 cards. On turn. Cool.
End of combat. This will go away again. Post combat. Seize the day. Untap. There's an additional combat step. 3 at Michael. These will come into play. Target you, Michael. This one is going to swing at you, though, Corbin. And then I'm going to roll for her. Hey, it lived.
Is the
That's
Killing
right.
Quill swinging this time?
Cool.
Odds are my friend. Got it.
Take 3? Okay. That'll get rid of your card with a hit counter. And then it will draw a card and make 2 treasure tokens. End of combat. These will go away. 1 red mana to single target Vandal Blast on the haystack. I'm done.
If I land for 10, I'll play a Buried Ruin. I'll pay 2, tap, sack it, haystack back to my hand, play the haystack.
Offer you can't
priority.
refuse. You're killing me in 2 swings basically no matter what, so I gotta do anything I can to get that off the board. If you didn't want me to be concerned for my life, you shouldn't have hit me so hard. Just saying.
I hit you once!
Yeah, it was pretty hard, wasn't it?
I should have used the day again. Corbin's just going to win on his turn.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'm just gonna pay 3 and tap, lose 2, draw a card, sack the 2 treasures. Vanguard Shield. Equipped creature gets +0/+3 and can block an additional creature. I will swing it at you for 9. On swing, everyone's gonna lose 6.
Sick. Before I declare blockers, Stony Strength targeting Kami. It's gonna put 2 +1/+1 counters on them and untap them. We'll block.
Yeah. Big Rooney. I can't do nothing. Go ahead.
13 mana in pool. We'll name green. Burst of Strength targeting Kami. I'll put 2 more +1/+1 counters on the video and untap them. I'll have 4 green left in pool. I will cast Last March of the Ents. The spell can't be countered. Draw cards equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Then put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. I will draw 15 cards. I will put in Francisco Foul Marauder, Yawgmoth, Thran Physician. Eternal Witness will come into play as well. And Mold Folk. Eternal Witness will target. I will target Last March of the Ents.
I will exile your graveyard.
Okay. 5. Soul's
Try not to
Majesty.
look at it.
I will draw 15 cards. 15 of the blackest mana. Sack Eternal Witness to Yawgmoth. give this dude -1/-1, and I'll draw a card. I will cast Generous Patron. When it enters the battlefield, support 2. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures. I will put 1 counter on this bro.
Which is 2 counters.
Which is 2 counters. And I'll put...
Meteor Golem?
Yeah, Meteor Golem, and I'll
Hell yeah.
6 mana. Doom Weaver. 1/8 Soul Bond. As long as Doom Weaver is paired with another creature, each of those creatures has, when this creature dies, draw cards equal to its power. I will make sure I don't deck myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Untap this idiot. Make 17 more black. Sacrifice this dude to Yawgmoth to put a counter on this. Which will trigger Generous Patron, which will trigger Cleopatra, which will trigger Doom Weaver, which will then also trigger Cleopatra. So I will draw 1 card from the Generous Patron. Then I will draw 2 cards and lose 2 life because of your legendary creature dying with 2 counters on it. And then I will draw 17 cards once. 17 and then 16 because she only counts the counters.
Sure.
6 mana, Trazen the Infinite. Like, he has all activated abilities of all cards in my graveyard. 4 mana. I'm gonna play Biotransference. Creature cards you control are artifacts in addition to their other type. The same is true for creature cards that you control, creature spells you control, and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, lose 1 life and create a 2/2 black Necron Warrior artifact. 2 mana. I'm going to discard this Carrion Feeder to Yawgmoth to proliferate. In response, I'm going to sack this Mold Folk because now Trazon has Carrion Feeder's abilities, and I will put a +1/+1 counter on him. And then that resolves, I proliferate. Pay 2 more mana and discard this Heron Blade Elite to proliferate. 2 more mana. Discard Staff of Completion to Yawgmoth, proliferate. I'm gonna tap Trazon for 8 mana. We'll say 8 black mana because of Heron Blade Elite. And then I'm gonna use 5 mana to untap Trazon because he has Staff of Completion's ability. I have demonstrated a loop where I make infinite mana. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you got so much mana.
I will discard like all these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am discarding all these cards to proliferate that many times. So this boy has a bunch of counters. And then I'm going to discard this Triskelion. He has this ability to remove a +1/+1 counter to deal 1 damage to any target. And I'm going to shoot all of you.
So everyone was so focused on stopping Michael from beating them to death that Corbin was able to absolutely take over the game and storm off. Great game, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.